Teacher Assessment in Primary Science project is funded by the Primary Science Teaching Trust, based here at the Baspar Institute for Education. We've been a 3-year project and we're coming to the end of our first 3 years right now, but we're going to have another 3 years and then maybe more. We work with local project schools and we work with Primary Science Quality Mark and Primary Science Teaching Trust Fellows across the country. We're aiming to develop support for teachers and schools to try and support learning, have a positive impact on learning, but also make assessment something that's valid because it covers the whole of science, something that is reliable because we've had moderation discussions and agreed with each other, and something that is manageable because otherwise we're not going to do it. So far, we've got some reports that we've made. All of those are online. A pyramid tool, self-evaluation tool, which is online. The website primaryscienceteachingtrust.org.uk is where we're storing all of our public things. Just wanted to signpost where this has all come from. So this started with a group of experts meeting in 2012 at the Nuffield Foundation, and they came up with the idea that actually, why are we doing separate summative and formative assessment systems? Why not use the rich formative assessment data that's happening in the classroom and summarise that when we need to? And that's where this approach comes from. We've used a design-based research approach to push this forward because we've worked in collaboration with schools all the way through. And the team that are working here at Baspar, we've been visiting in schools, about 80 visits to primary schools where we've watched lessons, we've talked to subject leaders, we've talked to different staff across the school, we've done staff meetings with them, all those kind of things. We've looked at things in development. Cluster days, 10 cluster days with our 12 project schools across the 3 years, where we've looked at what's happening now, what we'd like to happen. We've tried things out and we've made the teachers try them out back in school and then come back and talk about them and present about them. So we've made the teachers work really hard. I'm so sorry. We've also looked at the Primary Science Quality Mark database, which has given lots of information about what's happening across the country, and it would be really exciting as going forward because the Primary Science Quality Mark are starting to put TAPS as one of their activities within the requirements of the things that they have to do. And that sort of all those discussions led to our own version of a pyramid. The boxes are filled in. So we put words inside to explain what the criteria are for each of these different layers. We've added a pupil layer so that pupils are at the heart of what's happening. It moved around a little bit the boxes, so summative reporting happens after the school has had discussions, moderating discussions, that kind of thing. We've gone and talked to a lot of other people as well. We work with Primary Science Quality Mark, as I've already said, hub leaders across the country. We've worked with the Primary Science Teaching Trust network, which is a growing network of academic collaborators with different universities, Manchester, Oxford Brookes and others. Also Primary Science Teacher Trust Fellows, so people who've won a Teacher of the Year award, and so science is strong in their school. So we've gone and seen them and talked to them and found out, well, does our pyramid model match what you're doing? And one of the biggest changes that we realised should be that a shared understanding needs to feature more highly. A shared understanding of both assessment across the school and how important formative assessment is, or assessment for learning. A shared understanding of what science is and the importance of working scientifically. And then something that we didn't really consider at the beginning of the project was talking to other people about this. Because obviously assessment's a hot topic, then we got invited to talk to lots of things. So we've spoken at over 40 events to over 2,400 people in the last 2 years. All of those people have given us feedback along the way. And so what we've been doing is listening to that feedback and tweaking and changing and adding and putting in examples. And also I think our message has become clearer as well. And it's not just me, we've got teachers who are presenting too. So we've ended up with a simplified version of this pyramid. We've got both versions going where you can click on the boxes and it takes you to examples. The assessment is based on whatever's going on in the classroom. So you're looking at really focused activities, focused teaching, clear learning objectives and active pupil involvement. So the pupils are really actively involved, self-assessing, peer assessing. They know what it looks like to get better at it. The teachers are responding to this. They're responding to it's going faster or going slower, adapting their teaching, adapting their questioning, giving the children feedback in a wide range of ways. At some point there needs to be some whole school moderation or discussion about it, and moderation doesn't need to be just one thing that happens in a staff meeting. It could be that it's just talking to your partner in the current year group and saying, well, does this look like they've got it or not? Moderation discussions and different ways of working there, and then leading to summative reporting, which is based on a range of information. It's valid because it's based on a range of activities. It's based on working scientifically as well as other areas, and it's reliable because we're agreeing with each other, we're comparing it with criteria across schools and across year groups, and hopefully it's manageable because you can see examples of what it looks like. So the Nuffield group, when we asked them to reconvene in April, said that one of the best things about what we've been doing is that it makes it really clear. The examples show what the principles look like in action, and that's what we want to keep developing over the next few years.